Yeah, obviously a winning team is a happy team. Got off to a really slow start to the year. I think that was kind of well documented, but I think all you've really seen over the last couple of weeks is us starting to execute, the game plan the way we should have and weren't able to in the first 4 weeks. So to, have a couple of good, hard-fought wins, doing, what we were meant to do is it's very pleasing. Yeah, he was, and Murph. He was always going to respond well. He takes that criticism. In a way, he takes it personally. He doesn't like being seen to or feel like he's let anybody down. So the way he's played in the last 2 weeks has been phenomenal for the team. But I think his great benefit to this club is what he does off field. So he cops a lot of criticism, but I think we're very fortunate to have somebody like him kind of leading us, and stuff he does off field is exceptional. Well, he has, but really since he's gotten the captaincy, he's made that a focus. But he has stepped it up. I think he feels responsible now to really lead the group, and good form helps that as well. But he has been quite vocal. Yeah. Look, we knew we were still in the game. It was a really tough game, and we probably had lapses at times in our skill, and we let them back into it as well. So. We knew we were still right in it, and the first 10 minutes of the last quarter was tough, and we held up, although they kicked the first goal. And once we kind of got our mojo back in that last quarter, we started to move the ball the way we had earlier in the game, and we kind of got it going our way. So it was really, really kind of hard fought comeback, and it's something we're really happy with. I suppose you have to. I mean, teams these days look at every aspect of the game, and if you were going in to play any opposition, there's no team in the competition hasn't really looked at them in detail. So look, I guess they will. We still have a lot of areas we need to improve. I think most teams do. So look, we're certainly not content. We'll look to improve, and we'll look to fix up the areas that were poor at the weekend. But it was a very good win for the team, and everybody's quite happy with them. What are you talking about, Matt? That's how Mick looks when he's pumping you up. That was a good thing. Because I think at the time of the game, it was still very much in the balance, and it looked at that time like any little mistake could cost either team. So everybody was a bit fired up, and maybe that's half what got us going in the last quarter was that kind of passion and fire. So it was all good. Yeah, they can. I think the way the game is now, teams generally punish you pretty much instantaneously for every little mistake, and if you're not fully switched on, you get found out really quickly. And I think when it's put to you and you're made stand up, generally most players will. And I felt last night, on Sunday, that when players were asked when it was their turn to go, and when they really had to dig deep late in the game, I thought we did. So, came back a few times. I tried to walk away, and it didn't work. He just kind of eyeballed me up and down, so I couldn't get away from him. But I generally think it looks a lot worse than it is. Mick, I quite like having Mick on the boundary. He's a lot more cool and collected than people give him credit for. It just looks like on game that he gets very animated, but it's not great. You'd rather stay away from those kind of ones if you can, but he's quite happy after the game, so we're all good. Yeah, they've been exceptional as well. They hit up really well. I think they're very mobile for big men, and Levi as well is he's a really good athlete for somebody his size. So to have somebody to kick to, it helps any team. Big forwards are still a big part of the game, so we're fortunate to have a few of them kind of up and about. Yeah, there's probably, we always, trusted what we were doing and believed it would win us games, but until it actually does, I guess it does take a toll on your confidence. And I think the Bulldogs game, we lost a couple of players. We had to hold on for what seemed like a really long time to win that game. At times in that last quarter, I'm sure people thought the West Coast game was gone beyond us, and I think when you scrap games out like that, it just creates belief amongst everyone and confidence. And it would have been disheartening to lose that game on the weekend, and to come through and win the way we did was, I think, a real credit to everyone. Well, Yarn is fine as far as I know. He should be good to go. I'm not sure about Kratz and Allard. I think you have to put that to the coach. But I think the pleasing thing is that even though injuries happen to every team, so it's no excuse. But we've had players come in, play a really solid role. And I think we've got good depth at the minute, and that helps every team. So we want to get our best team out there, but we've certainly got players who can come in and fill roles. So yeah, it's a big game next week. It always is, But obviously Collingwood are in very good form. They're a really strong side, and It's one of the biggest games of the year for us. You know, we love the rivalry. I think everybody does. So we'll look forward to the challenge and try and kind of keep that good form going. That hasn't come. I'm sure it will be a physical encounter. It generally is with us too, but that hasn't come up yet. We're probably not really viewing it that way. We'll stand up for our teammates like every team does, regardless of who they are. So that's not going to be an issue. But I haven't really spoken about that just yet. It's at this stage, it's still Carlton versus Collingwood and not anybody versus anybody else. So we'll certainly stand up for our own, but it hasn't been mentioned yet. I'm not sure we can really look too far ahead. You know, we're still 4-2 or 2-4, and you know, there's still a lot of hard work left for us to do if we want to get to where we want to be, and that's going to start next Friday. So we're going to have to be pretty switched on, I think, if we want to beat Collingwood.